Great morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another Sunday mindset message here. And as you enter the room, as you enter the podcast, please smash the like button. Let me know that you're here. And also let me know that you can hear me properly here. Okay. Happy Sunday. We're getting ready to embark on a new, amazing, spectacular week. Okay. And I'm sure all of you believe that, but I, Wesley Virgin, want to give you some extra reinforcement this week, okay? Does that make sense, everyone? So, well, listen, if you're brand new to the Sunday Mindset message here, your favorite millionaire, goes live every Sunday to give you the word, the message for the week, to set your week up for success, to give you the right mindset, to give you the tools and necessary resources to be able to conquer your week. Okay? To be able to dominate your week here. And I thought long and hard. I just meditated for about 25 minutes here, like I do every day. And I thought about, what could be the topic that I can speak about today that will be very impactful and beneficial, and something that you can apply in your life immediately. Doesn't matter if you're broke, doesn't matter if you have a job you don't like, doesn't matter if you have no money in the bank account. You could be sad, down, depressed, upset that business is not working the way that you would like it to work. Old, young, doesn't matter if you're in the United States of America or outside of the country. I thought long and hard what I can speak about to not just encourage you, but to educate you, that you would take this information and you would begin to apply it to your life. So I came up with a topic here, and here's the practical ways to manifest millions of dollars, okay? And many of you do know that I've manifested millions of dollars over the past decade here. It's allowed me to have freedom. Come at the word freedom, please. Freedom, so much freedom to do what I want for the rest of my life. I'm no longer a victim to jobs. I'm no longer a victim to the world. I have cut the chains from poverty. I've cut the chains of averageness. And now I am living an abundant life, and the people around me are living that life as well. So many of you know and understand that I do talk about mindset a lot. I talk about the metaphysical part of the world, the universe, and law of attraction and things of that, the brain and the mind, and how the faculties of our mind is a imperative mechanism that allows us to be able to materialize what we want here. But, however, I said, let me give them something practical this morning, okay? Excuse me. Something that you can, something that you can actually do. And I want you to make me a promise here, okay? All of you. Make me a promise that if I share this with you, some of these practical ways that I utilize in my 20s and early 30s to manifest millions are very uncommon, abnormal, maybe a little strange, but make me a promise that you're going to do it, okay? Just come with the word I promise, Wes. And I'm being very serious here. I don't want to talk for the next 10 minutes for you not to do all the things that I did to bring in just the huge amount of money in my life, okay? And I want you to understand that if you do these things, you will attract money. Money will come into your life, okay? But let me say this. I don't know how it's going to happen, but I know it will if you do this. And the reason why I know this for sure, one, I understand how the brain works. Two, I did it. I still do it today. And it works. I'm not one of those overnight millionaires. I'm not one of those just what do you call the one-hitter quitters, and you make a ton of money, you lose it. I've been making more money over the years in the past decade. Now I'm worth about $40 million. I have a lot of cash, a lot of liquid, have a ton of real estate, and now I buy businesses around the world and help others make money as well. I invest into the young people, and I invest into hungry people as it relates to success, and through partnerships and through all type of different companies and businesses and opportunities to help others win as well. Okay? So make me a promise that you're going to use this. Now, if you're making that promise right now with me, that means that you're taking notes. Like, you'll be surprised of how many people don't write things down. I tell my team this all the time. I say, write it down. Like, when I'm talking, write it down. When I'm giving you write it down. Don't assume that your brain is able to remember everything that I have said or that you've heard from other people as far as directives and things that needs to get done. So be smart. Write it down, okay? Even I write things down, right? Write it down, okay? So let me go ahead and get started here. And by the way, if you love Wesley Virgin, hit the like button for me and also share this. And if you'd like to invite somebody else to the Sunday Mindset Message right now, do that, okay? Just share it out. If you don't love me, I promise you by the end of this, you will love me to life. All right, so listen, practical ways to manifest millions of dollars. Let's go back, because I think many of you like when I talk about when I was not poor, but when I was average, when I was not making a lot of money, when I was in the trenches like most of you, trying to discover the solutions of business, right? Trying to make money, grinding. How many of you in the grind right now? Grinding, trying to make some money, I remember going to the Tony Robbins seminar, reading all the self-help books, Think and Grow Rich, listening to Les Brown in my 1988 Honda Accord. I listened to a lot of audio over and over again, and flying from state to state, going to different money-making internet marketing seminars, network marketing seminars, because I wanted freedom. I wanted freedom for my family. I wanted to retire my parents. I wanted to take my children around the world. This is just true. I'm just being honest with you here. But unfortunately, those things that I was doing, it wasn't enough. All those things that I just shared with you, it wasn't enough. Like, it wasn't enough just to read self-help books. It wasn't enough just to listen to self-development audio. It wasn't enough to work hard. It wasn't enough to go to seminars and presentations. But let me tell you what allowed me to make a major breakthrough, okay? And it's very practical, something that you can do right now. And I want you to do it right now. Like, honestly, when I talk about it, when I end this live here today, promise me that you're going to do it. Don't be like all the silly, stupid people out there that just don't do it, or say, I'm going to do it tomorrow, I'm going to do it later. I got my kids right now, I got to go do it. Don't be that way. Just take massive action, okay? Because you're listening to a man that's been poor and now he's rich. Like, the journey that you're experiencing, I've been through that. I've already did that. So what I'm sharing with you is, one major trait of rich and successful people is that they take massive action. They don't talk about what they're going to do and how much time it's going to take and what should I do. Well, I'll do it on Monday. I'll do it next week. They just take massive action right now. Does that make sense? Okay, so the first thing I did, because I started reading more books, obviously, and I started to learn more about the buying, okay? So through my personal journey to make money, I read a lot of books in self-development, like self-esteem, confidence. But then I started to read books about the brain, the mind, human behavior, okay? And initially, I didn't realize how much the mind had to do with making money. Do you know that? That your mind and your brain is extremely imperative as it relates to the results that you will receive, whether you become rich or poor or average or normal or who you would date, the cars you would buy. Like your brain is the mechanism that produces all these results here. So I started to read about it. And I read a book, and I want to give you this book if you want to read it as well. It's called The Power of the Subconscious Mind by Joseph Murphy. Oh, fantastic book. And in a nutshell, that book talked about how we have two brains. Now, it doesn't mean that literally. Figuratively, we have two brains, the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. Right now, consciously, you're listening to my voice. You know I'm Wesley Virgin. You're on the podcast. You're listening very close. You're probably holding your iPhone, your Galaxy phone. You're probably in your bed. I don't know. You're probably at work. Now, you're consciously processing this information. But there's another mind that's called the unconscious part of your mind. It's controlling your breathing right now. The reason why you're inhaling and exhaling right now is the unconscious part of your mind. The unconscious part of your mind is processing information that is below the levels of consciousness. Such as right now, you could be in your room, you could be out and about, you could be a Sunday fun day in your car, but you're seeing things. As you're listening to me, you are still experiencing other things outside of your consciousness. Somebody could be talking in the background. You could have an itch that you want to scratch on your butt, right? Well, that is just all unconsciousness. And the unconscious part of our mind is the part of the mind that makes all decisions. Okay? This is the reason why if I ask you, what is your favorite color? You tell me. But you didn't consciously choose your favorite color, did you? No. It just happened, right? Unconsciously. You know, you may have a favorite food. You may have a favorite store, a favorite purse. Chanel. Well, you didn't consciously select that, by the way. That was all unconscious. Even where you live, the apartment or the home, the man that you've selected in your life, the woman that you've selected in your life, these are all unconscious activities that is initially beyond your control, but I'm going to teach you how to control it. Okay? So do we understand what the unconscious mind is? The unconscious mind, to make it very stupid simple, it drives the bus. Okay? The unconscious part of your mind is driving the bus. It is making all the decisions in your life. The unconscious part of your mind is the reason why you're motivated or not motivated. The unconscious part of your mind is the reason why you can work out every day or don't work out. The unconscious part of your mind is the people that take risks and the people that don't take risks. The people that are fat, the people that work out, the people that eat healthy, the people that don't, the people that it's all the unconscious part of your mind. So I began to tap into it by reading the book. And everything that I'm going to share, though, most things I got from the book, right? Just very practical things you could do to begin to program the mind. And they're so simplistic. It's so simple. It doesn't cost you a dollar or a dime. All it costs you is time and action that you have to do right now. Okay? So listen, number one. So in the book, it says, if you want to reprogram the subconscious part of your mind, which I know all of you want to do, comment the word yes, please, if that's what you want to do. You want to reprogram the subconscious mind, correct? The first step is to know what you want, okay? You have to know what you want to program the subconscious mind to do, okay? I mean, that's so simple. It's like if you have a computer. If you get on your computer, you have to type on the computer to give it directions. You can't just turn on a computer and expect the computer to do everything for you. You have to give the computer commands. So it's the same thing with your subconscious mind. You have to give the mind commands. right? You have to tell it what you want it to do or how you want it to be programmed before it can start giving you the result that you want. Does that make sense? Okay. So I want this to be interactive tonight. How many of you are writing it down? You getting value? Let's go! Listen, write this down. I want you to write down what you want, okay? And keep it simple. For right now, I want to keep it very simple. I know I talk about clarity is power, but right now, I want us to go step by step, okay? Because I know a lot of you are going to be very vague. You're going to say, I want to be a millionaire. I want to be successful. I want to be free. I want to be financially independent. I get it. So write down what you want right now. Go ahead and do that. Because I want to take you through the process of reprogram the subconscious mind here on autopilot, by the way. Okay? Because once you set this up, it's pretty easy. So what do you want? Comment below. And be detailed if you don't mind. I always remember this. If you want to build a house, you may say, well, I want to build a house. The first question is, what kind of house? How big is the house going to be? So the more detailed you are about what you want, the likelihood that you will get it. Does that make sense? Let me say that one more time. The more detailed and clear you are about what you want, like how you want that mind to be reprogrammed, the more likely you are to get it. So if you say, I just want a house, I just want some money, I just want a car, well, the likelihood that you get some money, I mean, you might get $1. You may say, I want a house. You may get a shack in the ghetto. So make sure that whatever you write down for the next 30 seconds is something that you really want. Okay? I want you to really dig deep within yourself. Like, what do I really want? And listen, I personally went through this process. So this is not something that's uncommon. I did it too. When I didn't have any money and I'm trying to make money and struggling financially. Okay? So what do you want? Got it? Okay, great. Give me a thumbs up. Show me some love. All right, check it out. So we know what we want. So now the question is, Wes, how do I get what I want? How do I get that to enter my mind? Okay. I know what I want. I wrote it down. I wrote it on your Instagram live, maybe on my podcast right now. You wrote it on a sheet of paper. You know clearly what you want. And if you need to pause this, pause it. Write it down and come back to the audio here. But now the question is, how do I get what I wrote on that sheet of paper or in the comment section below? How do I get this inside of my subconscious mind? Because the subconscious mind is what makes all the decisions. It does everything. All those major decisions that you're trying to make, all those things that you, like addictions. Like, I'm trying to stop smoking. I'm trying to stop doing this. I'm going to stop trying to being lazy. I mean, it's the unconscious part of your mind that is driving those habits and reinforcing those vices, okay? So, now that we know what we want, we need to take those words. Listen, this is important. We need to take those words that we wrote down and we need to put an image to it, okay? We need to make those words visual, okay? I want everybody to open your eyes and now close them. Close your eyes. Open your eyes. Close them. Open your eyes. Close them. Now I want you to open your eyes again. Now pay attention. What's the difference between opening your eyes and closing your eyes? Can anybody tell me? Any smart people on here tonight? I mean, this morning? What's the difference between opening the eyes and closing them? You may say, well, Wesley, when I close my eyes, I can't see. But when I open them, I can see. Exactly. I want you to be able to see your goals that you wrote down on that sheet of paper. I want you to be able to see what you want. Now you say, well, Wesley, how do I do that? Okay, let me do this one more time. I want you to write down We got to do this one more time. We got to be very interactive. This is class. This is Prosperity University. Your teacher, Professor Virgin. Listen, I want you to write one more time. What do you really want for your life? Okay? Write it down below. Because whatever you write, I need you to be able to see that. And I'm going to teach you how to see that visually. Write it down again. If it's something materialistic, it's okay. It's not a big deal. Some of you are so afraid to have things and buy things. It's okay. It's not a big deal if you want stuff. Okay? You don't have to say, well, I want to be happy. You don't have to just say things that are intangible. Okay? I want to be happy, or I want to be financially free. No, tell me what you want. Think about your family. Think about your son, your daughter, your husband, your wife, your family, your mama, your daddy. What do you want to do? Okay? What do you want? Because we have to begin to program the mind that way. What type of business do you want? You want a profitable business, or you want a business that loses money? You want a ton of customers, or you want one customer per day? Okay? Write it down. I'm going to give you 15 seconds. I'm reading the comments, by the way. And just keep it simple for right now. You know, life is step by step. You know, some of you may want a mansion, but right now, maybe just a single family home for you and your kids is okay. Maybe you want a penthouse, but maybe a nice apartment in a nice neighborhood is okay. Maybe you want $1 million, but making $10,000 per month right now is okay. Okay? Maybe you want to travel every single month around the world, but maybe traveling every 3 months, it's okay. Okay, so write down what you want. Let's take step by step. Something that you can actually see yourself doing. Okay? All right, great. We got it. Now, so some of the things that I did, very practical. First thing I did was I went to my computer and I began to type the things that I wanted. So, for example, myself, what I wanted at the time when I was broke, I wanted to have 7 cars. Okay? That's just what I wanted. And I knew the exact type of cars that I wanted. So I went to the internet and I searched for these cars and I printed them out. Okay? I printed out the cars that I wanted to own. I knew I wanted certain type of homes and houses. So I went to the internet again and I printed out the homes and the houses that I wanted to own and live in. Okay? I knew I wanted a penthouse. In the penthouse, I wanted to have a panoramic type view, and I wanted to have windows and glass surrounding my entire penthouse. And I printed that out as well. Okay? I knew I wanted a maid because Wesley Virgin, I don't like cleaning. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not a cleaner. Okay? I don't like it. I just don't want to do it at all. So I said, well, I want to have a maid to clean my home every day. Not once a month, not once a week, every single day. I wanted that experience. You know, when you go on vacation and you check into your hotel, and when you go out for the night, have a good time, you come back, your room is clean. It's a good feeling, is it not? Well, I wanted that experience in my primary home here in Houston, Texas. Okay? And one thing about me as well, I know you're going to be very flabbergasted when I tell you this. I don't like to cook. Can you believe that black men don't like to cook? I do not. So I wrote down, I needed a chef. So I wrote it in the computer and in Google, chef. Saw a picture of a beautiful chef, printed it out. Because I wanted a chef to prepare my meals, healthy meals. Okay. Also, I wanted a driver. Okay. Now listen, I'm telling you what I did, and you need to do this as well. I typed in the computer in Google, personal driver. And I looked at the images and I saw a personal driver and I printed it out because when I would travel around the world, I was not traveling around the world at that time, but I said when I began, I want to have a personal driver for me and my boo, me and my girlfriend, or me and my children. If I go to Italy, Rome, and Japan, and Malaysia, China, Thailand, Hong Kong, Dominican, Serbia, Bosnia, all these countries, right? Dubai. I want to have a personal driver. Paris. I want to have a personal driver driving me everywhere. I don't want to drive. I'm not driving in another foreign country. For what? I want to sit back in that beautiful car and be driven. Okay, are you with me so far? So I printed that out. So the point is, I printed out everything that I wanted because I needed to write. I needed to visualize all the words that I wrote on the paper. What I want you to understand is the subconscious part of your mind is very visual. It needs to be able to feel, and it needs to be able to emotionalize the experience of what you wrote down. You can't just say, well, I want a green Lamborghini. You need to print it out so you can see the green Lamborghini. Because now the subconscious part of your mind is taking a snapshot of what that looks like and what that feels like. Does that make sense? You with me? Give me a thumbs up if you're still with me. Say, I'm with you, Wes. So I want you to do that today. Whatever you want, I want you to print it out. Now, I want you to go to Walmart, Target, wherever you can find a poster board, okay, where you can place images on. So everything that you printed out, you need to put on a board, okay? You go to your local drugstore or whatever, go to Amazon.com. It's cheap. I want you to buy your poster board. I did this. And as a matter of fact, I bought 5 of them. Because I have big dreams. I have a lot of them. So even today, I have 5 vision boards that I created 10 years ago. Okay? Now, I went crazy with it because I have a lot of crazy dreams. Right? So I want you to buy the poster board, and I want you to begin to paste these pictures on the board. Okay? And this is practical. This is simple stuff. And I know some of you might say, well, this ain't gonna work. I already got a vision board with blah, blah, blah. Don't worry, I'm gonna teach you how to use it. Once you have the vision board done, then I want you to place the vision board or vision boards in a place where you can see it every day. Okay? That's important. You got to see it every day. Every day. You know, if you ever think about, we don't think to this level of depth, but you don't realize that there is something that you're seeing every day that you're not even paying attention to. You ever wonder why commercials play the same commercials over and over again? When you're on YouTube, TikTok, you see the same thing over and over. You're like, I don't want that, I don't want that, I don't want that. And then one day you want it. Some of you see the McDonald's commercial. Oh, I don't eat McDonald's. I don't eat those burgers. I don't eat those fries. And you see that burger every day. Burger, 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 fries, fries, fries. Burger, 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 fries, fries, fries. And then one day you say, man, I want a burger. You ever did that? You ever seen the Popeyes or the KFC commercial over and over and over again? You're not even thinking about it. You might just go somewhere, see people eating chicken. Then one day, it's 12 o'clock. I want some chicken. I want some chicken to eat. I don't know why. I just want some chicken right now. Listen, that is not accidental. Okay? For all my sweet tooths out there, you might say, you didn't see cookies, and ice cream on the TV, cookies and ice cream. You see a TikTok video. You see the big old lady eating cookies and cream and all that. You're like, man, I want some cookies. You know what? I want some dessert right now. I want something sweet. Why do you think that happens? Okay. Do you, do you believe that this happens automatically? Like you just had that feeling out of nowhere? No. When you wake up sometimes say, you know what? I just don't feel my best today. I don't know what it is. I just don't feel right. That is not accidental. You have been brainwashed and programmed outside of your awareness. Okay? That is the workings and the power of the subconscious mind. Whenever you say, man, I don't know why I can't stop smoking. I don't know why I can't stop drinking. I don't know why I can't stop, with this person. This person treat me like shit, but I don't know why I keep going back to them. That's the subconscious mind. When you say you don't know why, it's because the subconscious mind is making these decisions for you. Okay? But we want to hack it. We want to hack the subconscious mind. So, listen, you want to get the vision boards and you want to put the vision boards in places that you can see them. So I will put a vision board at my front door. So when I would come home from work, when I would come home from working out, I see the vision board. Like right now, if you come into my penthouse, which is very beautiful, very lovely here, when you walk inside of the door, you look to the left, you see, I'm so grateful now that I make $1 million per day. That is on my vision board. That is on my board. It's on an easel. It's right in front of my door. I can't miss it. I see it even when I don't want to see it. Unconsciously. It's right there. Does that make sense? When I go in my room, I have vision boards in my room. I'm not looking at these vision boards consciously, not even thinking about it, but it's there. It's just hanging there. And I see it every day. So what I want you to do is, not only do I want you to have a vision board, I want you to print out these pictures of your goals and your dreams, put it on your refrigerator. You like to eat? How many of you like to eat? Think about how many times that you have visited your refrigerator because you're a big back. Uh-oh. Shout out to all my big backs. I'm a big back too. I likes to eat. Come on now. Who likes to eat? So think about how many times that you open up that fridge to get you something to drink, to get you something to eat. Okay? So I want you to put the picture of what you wrote on that paper on the refrigerator. Do it now. Okay? Put a picture of it. You know what I used to do I used to have a boot camp in Houston, Texas. You know what I used to tell them to do? I said, you want to lose weight, ladies? I want you to put a beautiful woman that's super fit, that you admire, and put her picture on your refrigerator so you can see her every day. So when you get ready to eat that cake, you're looking at her, she's looking at you. You're like, I can't do that because I'm not going to look like that if I keep eating this cake, this ice cream. Put the picture. You want a beautiful house? Put it on the refrigerator. You want to travel the world? Put the destination you want to travel. You want a certain amount of money in your bank account? Put that on the refrigerator so you see it every day. You want to put these pictures in places that you got to go. Where else do you go every day? Okay? Tell me in the comments below. What other places that you visit every day in your home, in your house? Talk to me. I know what you're thinking. I can't believe this content is free. Yeah, it is free because I love you. I love all of you, and I want you to win. Okay? How many of you go to the bathroom? How many of you take dumps? How many of you got to take a piss? You do it every day? So why don't you have, while you're on that toilet, while you're on that throne, why don't you have a picture of your dreams right in front of you? I mean, you're sitting there anyway, instead of just scrolling on your phone on TikTok, taking that massive dump, stanking up the joint. Once you put the picture of your goals and your dreams right in front of you in a wall. Okay? So you can look at it. You're staring at it while you're taking that dump, looking at all those dreams, all those cars and homes and those checks that you're going to write one day. Does that make sense? Okay? Another thing I did as well, this is two parts. So I really wanted to make $1 million, me personally. So I took a dollar bill and I took a marker and I wrote $1 million on the dollar bill. And I got a ladder. I don't know if I got a ladder, but I got some tape and I taped it right above my bed so I can see it when I woke up in the morning. True story. I wonder if it's still there. I put $1 million, $1 million. I'm in Houston, Texas. I was staying in Sage Apartments here in Houston, Texas, in the Galleria area. And I wrote it. I said $1 million. And I put it right above my bed. So when I would wake up, I would see it. When I would go to sleep, I would see it. When I wake up, I would see it over and over again. Okay? The second part to that, I would go to the bank. I didn't have a lot of money in the bank, but I did have $100. So I asked the teller lady to give me $100 in ones. She thought I was going to the strip club. She said, "You going to the strip club at 12 o'clock? I said, "No, sweetheart. I'm not going to the strip club. I'm going to manifest my dreams and my goals." She smiled at me. She said, "Oh, I like that." I said, "I bet you do." She gave me the $100 bills. The $100 ones. True story. I went home and I started to sprinkle the dollars all over my room, all over my kitchen, all over my living room, and in my office, and in my children's room. True story. My kids can attest to this. It was just money all over the floor. My children had no idea what I was doing. They didn't care. They was young. They was loving it. They was just playing in the money. Yeah. So imagine going to your home and you got dollar bills everywhere. You walking on dollar bills. You go to the bathroom, dollar bills. Take a shower, dollar bills. Sleeping in. It was in my bedroom too. I had it on my air mattress. Just money everywhere. Now, why was I doing that? Because I was brainwashing my brain that money belongs around me. Because, see, I grew up that we had a lack of money. Money was scarce. We didn't have any money. I was told that several times, hundreds of times, we don't have money. How many of you had parents that told you, "Oh, I don't have any money. I can't afford that. That's too much money." Think about how many times you hear, "That's too much money. I can't afford that. It's too much money. I can't afford that. It's too much money. I can't afford that." So now as an adult, you say the same thing. "Oh, that's too much money." Sometime my girl, she, because she know I'm just a lavish person. So we're going to Hong Kong and, we're going to Vietnam too. And then I bought a hotel and her mom couldn't believe that I spent that amount of money on a hotel. She said, $2,000 for 2 days. No, I think it's $2,800 for a hotel for 2 days. She said, "What?" She said, "He's getting ripped off. $2,000 for a whole month." I'm like, "What?" And they was like, "That's too much money. That's too much." But listen, they've been programmed that phrase, "that's too much money, that costs too much, that's too expensive, I'm not paying that much for that." That's been programmed inside of you. Don't think that you came up with that all by your lonesome. Okay? But of course I have to correct my woman. I said, "Baby, you're a queen and I'm a king, and we'll be treated as such for the rest of our life. Deal with it." She just smiles and say, "Okay, Daddy." Makes sense? So, listen, what I want you to understand is you've been programmed so deeply about just being not just poor, but just not having enough. Everybody thinks they don't have enough. That's why they don't do anything, because they're afraid that they're not going to have enough. Some of you men, like women, you ever met a man? He's a good guy, but you could tell he don't have a lot of money or don't have any money. He's very afraid of spending money. He might say, "Well, I'm not going to that restaurant. That's $300. I'm not taking that vacation. That's too much money. We gotta be smart. We gotta afford." Because he is afraid Listen, this is a program. That man is afraid of being broke like he was when he was young. You're afraid of losing money because he never had any. Growing up, most men did not. So when you're dating a man like that, you need to send him to Wesley Virgin. Now I get him right because I grew up the same way. Because see, that's why people are afraid to invest money into opportunities. They're afraid to lose the money. See, they're afraid to lose the money because they don't want to be where they were when they were growing up. I think everybody on here know how it feels to have the lights your lights turned off, or maybe you couldn't pay a bill on time. You call the bill people and say, please, please, please give me another week. Can I get an amen? Please give me another 2 weeks. Please, please, please. I'm going to pay your rent. But I'm going to pay the cell phone bill. I just need 2 more weeks. I just lost my job. Please, please work with me. Can I get an amen? I think we've all experienced that to some level, right? So we are afraid of being there again. We're afraid of being kicked out that apartment, evicted, or losing a car, repossessions, having the creditors call us day and night. Hey, Mr. Virgin, what's going on? Hey, how are you? Hey, man, when you going to send us that money? Right? So we're afraid of that. That's why we don't want to spend the money or invest the money or do anything with the money. But I had to reprogram my mind, okay, that money comes to me easily and effortlessly. So listen, if you believe right now that money comes to you easily and effortlessly, would you be afraid to invest in yourself? No. Would you be afraid to spend money on things? No. Why? Because you know how to make money. You know how to bring money into your life. But before you start doing all the methods and techniques and running the company, running the business, you first have to reprogram the mind. How do we do that? Go to the bank, go get $100 and just pour it all over your house. Put money everywhere. I'm telling you what I did. It's practical. And it's something that you could do as well. Okay? Another practical thing that I do. Okay? As a matter of fact, can I get everybody to comment the words, money comes to me easily and effortlessly? Say if your mom told you that every day of your life. Say if your father growing up said, hey, boy, money comes to us easily and effortlessly. We rich. Hey, daughter. Hey, baby girl, money comes to us easily and effortlessly. What if they told you that? Not, oh, we don't have money for that. I can't afford that. That's too much money. Come on, mama, please. That's just too much money. Let me tell you something. My children, even my daughter, right, my oldest daughter, she may say certain things that's too much money. I said, baby, it's not too much money for us. I had to reprogram her. I had to let her know. That's not too much money for us. My children are programmed that the money is accessible. And it's not too much at all if you're willing to work for it. Okay? Does that make sense? Like, write down, money comes to me easily and effortlessly. See if your mom and your dad, your grandparents told you that. What you don't realize, just by hearing, I don't have enough money, that's not enough money, your unconscious part of your mind is taking that repetition and creating it's creating a file in the brain that says, well, we don't have enough money. That's too expensive. I'll never spend money on that. Some of you, when you think about paying $5,000 a month for an apartment, you're like, oh, no, I'll never do that. Well, how about $5,000 for a car? Oh, no, I'll never do that. But why? Why not? Who cares? Who cares about the cost? If you are around people like Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg, Wesley Virgin, who making millions of dollars a day, I mean, would you care about $5,000 per month? I know a guy that pays $60,000 a month for his place in Florida, and he pays $70,000 a month for his place in California. You know what he said? He said, man, I'm making $3 million a month. I don't care about that. See, you have to change your perspective by changing your environment. That makes sense? If you're around, a lot of you, unfortunately, you're around a lot of broke people. Average folks. If you're not around broke people, you're around average folks that do average shit. Average stuff, man. You know the average stuff you guys do. How many of you have a chef? None of you. How many of you have a maid that come every day? None of you. How many of you fly first class when you buy flights? None of you. None of you do. You don't do it. And my question is, why not? How many of you, when you go on vacation, you look for the cheapest, the most inexpensive hotel on the freaking planet? All of you. How many of you have ever stayed in 4 seasons that you paid for yourself? None of you. But my question is like, why not? How many of you have traveled around the world, and instead of like deboarding the plane and having to walk, you can have somebody with a sign with your name on it, put you in a nice little trolley and take it to your immigration. You think I'm going to wait in immigration lines? I don't wait in immigration lines. I spend $300, $400, $1,000 to be taken to a place where, shoot, I don't have to wait for anything. When I go to Dubai, let me tell you what happens when I go to Dubai. And I'm not bragging. I'm just sharing my experience so you know that it's available. Whenever I go to Dubai, I love that country. It's fun. As soon as I get off the plane, there's a lady with a sign that has my name. And she takes me through a back door. I don't go where the Gen Pop means general population. And I go down these stairs and they put me into a beautiful BMW. They drive me to a different terminal. They take me to a beautiful suite. It's gorgeous. You can watch TV, you eat nuts, eat food, while they go retrieve your luggage and they stamp your passports. And when they're done, they say, Mr. Virgin, we're all done. We have your bags already in the car for you. And when you step out the door in Dubai, you have a car waiting for you, and it's a Rolls Royce. Yeah, and the Rolls Royce takes you to your destination, your hotel. Now, that's about $800,000 to do that. It's worth it for me. But some of you might say, I don't need all that. I know some of you right now, that's what you're saying. I don't need all that. I don't need all that. Man, well, that's not important. I just want to be in Dubai. I don't need all that. But what if they gave it to you for free? Would you take it? Absolutely. So it's not about need. Write this down. Write this down. It's not about what you need. It's about what you want. So we started this talk on this gorgeous Sunday about what do we want. A lot of you are stuck to what you need. Well, I don't need all that. I don't need this. I don't need this. I don't need this. I don't need this. And that's why you don't got anything. Because you don't need anything. I don't need the fly first class. I don't need a Foster hotel. Well, I don't need to be in a penthouse. I don't need a big house to live in. I don't need my husband to work out. I mean, as long as he's good to me. I don't need my woman to be, right? Like what? But that's why you don't get it, by the way. And the reason why you speak that way, all of you, is because you're around other people who speak that way as well. Your friends probably talk the same way that you talk. Right? They talk about what they want. They talk about what they don't need. They talk about what they can't afford. They said, oh, that's too much money. I wouldn't spend that much money. That's crazy. How many of you have ever said that? Be honest. Don't lie. How many of you needed to hear this today? You see that you are purposely adulterating your own mind. You're contaminating your mind and flooding your mind with poverty, averageness, destitution, not having enough. You're doing it to yourself. Because you're trying to please and fit in into certain circles or factions of people who are just like you. Make sense? You're hanging around people like you. So say if you start making a little money and you buy something, woman, you buy a Chanel purse, and your friends don't have a Chanel purse, they're like, well, I bet she can't even afford that. I bet she just wasted all her money on that. I bet she just did that. I bet she can't even do that. I bet her sugar daddy bought that. A lot of you women, you spend time with women that hate on you. They don't want the best for you. Can I get an amen? And if you don't believe me, start doing well in life and you'll see. Women sometimes are the worst, unfortunately. I've seen it happen. I've seen women that have supposedly been friends for years and one friend soared to the top. I don't know, for whatever reason, they're doing well. And then the other friend is just critical of them. Why did you do that? Well, how you know it's always going to be like that? Are you scared about this? So women, you have to be very protective of the women that you spend time with. I'm telling you, you better be. Women are brutal, boy. Not with men, with women. Like women are brutal, hurtful, that mean girl mentality with each other. Women that you never thought, you may be his best friend. As soon as you start doing well, as soon as you start getting something that she has, boy, you'll see. I've seen it happen. I've seen a friend show her so-called true colors. The point is, before I let you go here, get yourself a vision board. Print out the pictures of everything that you want. Put it all over your house. If you have people that come visit you and they say, why are you putting this all over your house? This looks tacky. Easy. Kick their ass out of your house. That's all you got to do. If anybody is critical of what you're doing, say, hey, can you go open the front door, please, and let yourself out? Why? Oh, I'm busy. I just remember I got something I got to do. Could you go ahead and see yourself out? Because you don't have any time, any energy to entertain someone that doesn't understand your techniques or methods to make you millions of dollars. And let me tell you something, as a rich man, you're not obligated to explain anything to anyone who would never understand it. Okay? So I want you to put pictures all over your house of everything that you want. First, determine what you want first. Put it everywhere. Go to the bank, get $100, put it all over your room. If you have a problem with money, you know how you know if you have a problem with money? You got $500 in your bank account? You don't? Okay, you got a problem with money. You got 10,000 in it? You got a problem with money then. If you ain't got 10 grand somewhere, yeah, you got a problem with money. If you're the type of person that get that paycheck, you cash the paycheck and you go spend that paycheck, you got a problem with money. Okay? You got a problem. If you're worried about money, man, am I going to have enough money to pay this bill? Man, I'm going to have enough money to do this. You got a problem with money. Which means that you need to go to the bank. Okay? Go get $100. Any questions for me? Did you get value? Come to the word value. Smash the like button. Share this as well. If you got any value this morning, I'm here to help you. And this is free information. People, believe me or not, they pay me $100,000 for information like this. Weekly, by the way. These are private clients that you would never know. And I'm giving it to you for free because I care about you, I love you, and I want you to win. And I know that you'll never get access to this type of information because you can't afford it. Look at that. You can't afford it. Oh, Wes, I can't afford it. Right? So any questions for me? Do we now understand the practical things we can do right now to make $1 million? Now, I know you may say, well, how? But how is the money going to come? How? Well, how's the money going to come? Well, how, and what business, and how? The how doesn't matter. To answer that question, Before you ask me how, because I get it, it's like somebody that's driving a car to California from Houston, Texas. Well, is there any detours? Is there any bumps in the road when I get to Nevada? Are there going to be any shutdowns, any trains? Shit, I don't know. What you mean? It doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is the first step. The only thing that matters, you got to get in your car, put it in drive, put some gas in it, and start moving forward, okay? The how doesn't matter, folks. The how will be revealed to you. If you want me to replay this, smash the like button and share this right now, please. If you want me to save this, share the live for me and comment the word replay and like it. I'm 21 in college with a financing company. What do I do to make it to the top? Well, explain financing company to me. What does that entail? Unpack that for me if you don't mind. Any questions for me? Like I said before, if you want the replay, comment the word replay, share this one time, and smash the like button. Any questions? How to retain more information when you read? Easy, read it again. How do you retain that song from Drake that you know so well? How do you retain that song from Taylor Swift that you know so well? Beyonce that you know so well? Migos, Lil Wayne, Flocka Rocka, all these people. How do you retain all the religious songs, the church songs that you know? Well, you repeated them. How did you retain the ABC, DEFGs, the ABCs? How did you retain that? You said it a million times. How do you know your numbers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Because you said that a million times. So if you want to retain anything that you read it again and keep reading it. Read it again, read it again, read it again, and read it again, and read it again, and then read it again, and then read it again, and read it again, and read it again. And keep reading it until you read it to the point that you're starting to take action on it. Questions here. What are your views on digital products? I love them. I sell them. How can I start my own first online product? Make a decision. I would say do a digital product first. So go to YouTube, type in, how do I start my first digital online product? How do I create one? That's it. I have videos on YouTube as well for free, so just watch the video. Okay, any more questions for me before I let you go here? Did you get value? Can I get all of you to share this right quick for me? Just share, just hit the share button. That's all you got to do. That's all I ask for. Many of you do understand that this type of content I should charge for this, of course. But I'm a lovely man. I'm a lovely guy. I'm a lovable man too. So I do it for free. And let me tell you why I do it for free. Because there's an abundance of everything. It's an abundance of money. I don't lose money by doing this. I gain influence, honestly. Money, that's easy, Helping people make money, whoo, that's tough. Okay. How many times did you read Millionaire Mind? A lot. Any more questions for me before I let you go? How can I stay grounded on focus more and stop falling off track? Listen to Wesley Virgin every day. And I'm not saying that because I'm partial to me, which I am, but if you're listening to me, you might as well listen to me every day, Scott. Every day of your life. Or every day until you start receiving the things that you want. Just listen every day. Listen every day, bro. You'll see. If you listen to me every day, you'll see what will take place in your life, my guy. Okay? I got a podcast. Go to Apple Podcasts, type in Wesley Virgin. Boom, it's free. Podcast, listen to me all day long if you can. Spotify, Wesley $1 Billion Virgin Podcast, listen to me for free. The information is available to you for free, by the way. Wesley, is it okay if I take a nap once every fortnight as a teenager? Or would you call me lazy? Taking a nap for what? Why are you taking a nap, my guy? Do you listen to audiobooks? Sometimes. All right, folks, I love you so much. I love you. Thank you for the shares and likes. Thank you for listening. And thank you for applying this to your life. Remember, excuse me, nothing ever changes within an individual's life until that individual decides to change himself. Your habits, change your attitudes, change the way you dress, right? The way that you smile, change everything, okay? And then you'll begin to see changes in your life. Much love. This is Wesley Virgin, and let's go.